because they'd be Shia or some other sect. They'd be like, no, they're not really Muslims.
You call them kuffars.
No, but that's another issue. That's like if you're Shia, you're Shia.
A large growing kuffar Muslims.
It's like some Christians don't believe the Roman Catholics are real Christians, so you're gonna have that in Islam. There's always gonna, in every religion, there are gonna be sects in every sort.
What's the crux of this argument anyway?
You know what I mean? No, there wasn't an argument. We just having a general conversation.
He approached me and he said, "Oh, we are the."
All I was trying to do is intimidate him. That's all I was doing. That's all it was.
There's a lot more of us than you.
That's what I saw. Two big black men. I go, you know what? Let's take him. That's all. We're from Birmingham, so we thought. You know what I mean? So we thought, let's go and let's take him. That's all he was.
No, but I understand what you're saying. That it's a growing religion.
It is a growing religion.
But there's loads of points.
Now you're not up north. I know you guys are from London, yeah, but if you go up north, the churches are closing and the Muslims are converting them into mosques. And that is true. You know that is true. So do you understand? You know what I mean? So up north is different. You know, pubs, yeah, they convert it into pubs and stuff like that. It's happening every day.
I said to him is that, how comes it's so prominent over here, but yeah, when I went to Argentina,
that I don't have an answer for. You know what I mean?
One of the biggest mosques in the whole of South America.
Mosque is just
the most blessed mosque.
Look how many churches you got and how many are empty on a Sunday.
One at a time. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how big the mosque is. It does not make a difference whether it's 240.
Well, you would build it to accommodate the people who are going there.
They're probably built that.
Let's not talk about size. Let's talk about whether it's
you know what it is. You know the one in Argentina is saying whoever built that mosque, 100% there are Muslims there, because otherwise what would they build one for?
It was the Saudis.
You know what I mean? They will build the mosque.
Have a look how that mosque is.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to accommodate for that many people.
So why haven't the Muslims migrated to South America?
Why haven't they?
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Well, I wasn't there. I was
Maybe one day, Will.
Like I said, there's a few there. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to put up a video of it when I went in there. It's a lovely mosque and whatnot. The kids in there, the school and whatnot, blah blah. Yeah. But the thing is, like I said, I was just shocked to find that there was hardly any Muslims about. I mean, you could see on the street. There was it was so.
When I go back home, and when I go back home, and when I see Christians, I go, yo, there's Christians in Bangladesh. I didn't even know that. So I get a bit surprised about it. I didn't know that. You don't see them. It's a Muslim country.
There's Christians and there's Jewish and there's Muslims living in that same little area there. So it's not like unusual and stuff like that. So,
but if you don't find out why, you need to go there and find out why is there so many less Muslims there. Is it because of the
there's a giant Jewish community there.
Yeah.
Enormous.
I just think no one emigrated there before.
debates.
I think it's to do with Spanish. Because people America what they is I think because of his Spanish.
The conquistadors, the conquerors. It's a lot to do with it. But still, migrationally, why haven't they gone there? More gone there?
Maybe a question where no one's going to answer in that sense.
One day we'll be there.
He made it that big because he probably visioned that, one day it'll be that many people.
Don't worry, we're going from next week.
Let me tell you something. When I was out there, I forgot all about this Islamophobia, Hajjis and stuff like that. You forget all about that, Everybody's like an immigrant over there anyway. But when you come back here, everything's back in the forefront. The Muslims are putting themselves out there saying, I'm Muslim, all my rights.
But then, because of that reason, because there's so much
only because the media focuses their attention on us.
They've got
their own agenda.
I say that it's definitely a media thing because the media pushes that really hard.
We're getting singled out.
That's probably the biggest reason why.
I'm so frustrated I can't be asked anymore.
Yeah.
When I see that media thing, it does my dad, I just can't be asked. Just get frustrated about it and just leave it.
I'm just talking about. There's no Muslims in South America.
No, there must be, but not as big a scale.
One day there will be. Like I said, the growth rate's going.
Why do they need to be there? Do they need to be there? Because
remember this.
Some Muslims say, they want the whole world to be like Sharia and stuff, and they say Sharia is good for for everybody and this and that.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But don't you think Sharia isn't?
I don't think it.
Have you looked at Sharia itself?
I've looked at it and I've watched a program on it. I spoke to people on it. There's some good aspects, but the consequences.
No, but you know
the consequences to me is more too dictatorial, where it's peer pressure of your own people. Oh, if he does something wrong, we're gonna ostracize him and publicly shame him, and everybody's
that only
gonna
happens
point
like in
fingers.
Saudi
That's not
Arabia.
nice.
It doesn't happen in any other Muslim countries.
The Bengali people are taking over East London, and they're saying they're gonna bring Sharia law.
Listen. If in East London, if they say in East London, say there's 50,000 Bengalis, and they say 5,000 are going mental, that doesn't mean the other 55,000 are to blame for
But
it.
these people are speaking.
You know, if they want to be
that's the
idiots,
problem. They're not speaking louder.
They're not speaking
You
for
know
us,
what I
man.
mean?
I
It's
know
the same
it
thing.
doesn't look like it, but they got the bigger voice in this. Yeah, they got the
You know
bigger
the
voice. It's sad,
Islamophobia
but
is a
true.
problem in London, not up north. You know, it's only a problem in London, Islamophobia, not up north. We don't have that shit in Birmingham, Manchester, or anything, anywhere else. We're all chilling. We all live relaxing there.
You go
We all get on
Berry
with it,
Park
man.
in Luton, it's different.
Yeah, alright, Lou, but as soon as they pass
What do you
Birmingham,
believe in?
What do I believe in? I'm a natural man. I deal with the
Energy,
natural
yeah?
ways. I deal with natural things. The
How where does nature come
senses.
from?
The brother asked me, what's your ideology or what's your belief?
My belief.
If you don't want to say it, if you don't want to say
you know what, you get
I
questions like
don't
this
deal with
every
belief.
week.
I know.
For Muslims to understand, say fitra. That's what you do.
Fitra.
Fitra.
What's fitra?
natural.
Nature. Fitra. Yeah, natural science, natural laws, everything
Where
natural.
did science come from? Where did it go from?
What do you mean? You live in them. It's a natural law.
You can't
You see
remake
your
it, man.
hand, yeah, and you see your thumb.
You can't remake it.
Your natural, your
How did
nature.
it come? Can I
Now listen to this.
How am I here?
Listen to this. In your nature, the natural law dictates that your thumb only goes back this far. Your thumb, yeah. If you take it back any further, it's gonna snap, and you're gonna get a consequence. That's natural law. That's it. Simple as that.
But there's preventative measures that are in your thumb that
Do you need
allows you to
instructions?
It's
stop
not
going
preventative.
back.
It's not preventative measures because
They
you
are
can break those measures.
You can break
But
it,
there's a
yes,
consequence.
and then there's consequences of the fact that it's going to have inflammation, etc.
It's a natural law.
It's a natural
A
law,
fair law.
Can I just ask
So
you-
it's your
okay,
choice.
can I just ask
which
you
is your choice because you're the one who's snapping it back.
But why is
Say
nat-
breaking the
what-
law.
What's natural then?
Right. So
What's the
Right,
natural?
okay, go.
in your consensus, you're saying, okay, I can break this, yeah, it goes back, right?
Yeah.
But there must have been a reason why that there's a preventive measure. for
In
you-
order for it to be more efficiently developed to function in that way, for this body to function in its purpose, to reach its full potential.
How? Why?
Well, it's part
Why?
of it's part of a makeup of a code which has been embedded and written for
code and
forever.
meaning DNA, right?
Try and error.
Where
Trial
did the code
and
come
error.
from?
Where did the code come from?
The code comes from
You got
somewhere
C's,
where
you got G's, you got U's, you got
the-
A's,
the-
you got T's.
That's,
But where have they been made from?
those are science codes, yeah.
They're scientific codes,
I'm
right?
talking natural science. Now I'm talking about physical, biological.
How did we get here in the
tangible
first
kind of
place?
things.
How
did
did
we
that
get here in the first
physical come from? Where did it come from?
Where did it come from? It came from where it came from.
But where?
It's not necessary. It's not a necessity.
Brother, what you have to understand is this. Let me
Go
put it this
for
way.
it.
Okay, you're saying everything has come from nature, right? We're all looking around, everything is nature.
Is it not?
But
Is
the
it
word
not?
nature, how was that created?
But
found
is
that
it not
from
nature
nature.
around you?
You found that
But
from
how is it
nature.
created?
Is it necessary for you to know that in order to
You
live?
should do, because
In order to live, right
in order
here and
to
now.
live-
Do you want to know?
No, stop, hold one sec. Stop. Hold on, one sec. In order for you to carry on with your life right now, is it necessary for you to know that?
of course you do, because how would you have eaten on and carried on with
No,
life?
you know how to eat. You don't have
You're
to know.
told-
Hold
you're
on, one
only
sec.
told-
Our ancestors had to discover.
Hold on, let me say his point, then you can say
Look, your ancestors not here now, yeah? In order for you to go to McDonald's, do you need to know where you came from?
We had to learn. We had to learn. So we need to learn where we came from.
You have to learn to go to McDonald's.
No, that's a choice you have to learn.
No, but you have to learn to walk to that.
It's a choice. I tell you what. I tell you why it's a choice. Yeah, because you have the luxuries of everything else. You don't need to worry about food, shelter, or hunger and stuff like that. You will be contemplating where you came from if you had these things which was bothering your natural self. So if you was hungry, you would not be thinking about where do I come from? Why is the earth here? You'll be feeling your body's belly, and that's it. That's it.
Before that, you need to know
It's
where it came
not a
from.
necessity
But then
for you to
you're
know
gonna
this.
you're gonna question yourself. Okay, say you found a food. How do you know that food's not gonna damage you, or is it gonna provide
Well,
you?
trial and error, just like how we got here, how everything got here. If you bend your
but where
thumb
did-
back too far, it will break. Trial and error.
But where did we come
So
from,
you
though?
eat something which is not good for you, you'll throw up and you will know.
But then by the time you throw it, what if you die from it?
That's your risk. You can starve or you can try it. And then this is
Okay,
this is
so
life.
you
the
say
first
okay,
humans would-
but then that food that you ate, where did that food come from?
Well, it was there. Why do I need
How?
to
Where did it
question
come
where
from?
it came from?
Where did it
Unless
come
it's a
from?
necessity for me to
Food,
question
not all
where it
food
came
natural.
from.
Not all food natural.
See, you're looking for a necessity to find out why and how when you don't
There
really
was a
need
guy,
it.
Christian guy right here. You don't need to debate.
You need to.
No, no, we're not-
But you're gonna
No,
get
no,
nowhere.
no, no,
You're
no,
not gonna
no,
get
no,
nowhere with
conversation.
me.
Conversation
Have a
street.
chat with
No,
this
but
guy.
you're
Tell me
cool conversation.
where your code came from.
Where we all came from.
Where's the code? You know the code.
We've always been
Where
here,
did
but in
that
different
go?
forms.
But how?
We've always been here.
There must have
It's
been a
energy.
source.
It's
There must have been a
vibration.
source.
Okay, if I use
Must have a
science-
solid source where we came from.
No,
Or
we
how
don't.
things happen.
You're saying we must have.
How did you
No,
find
no,
a beer?
no, sorry. You're saying we must have. The problem is that you being a three-dimensional being, understanding, living in this world right now, you need absolutes to understand things. And like the words, like I said in the word, understand. You don't overstand, you understand. And you always will only understand because that is the limit of your capacity. Just like you can't see 20 miles
Yeah.
down there, it's the limit of your capacity.
Of course.
So you will never know where you come from. Yeah, you're just part of this game. Yeah, you're not the one who
But
made the
you haven't
the
got a
board.
solid reason. You don't want to die without no purpose in life. And then you have
Your
a purpose in life.
is
What is your
simple.
purpose?
Your purpose in life
What
is
is
What's
your
your
purpose?
purpose?
Your purpose and your
Yes.
purpose and my purpose and everybody's purpose in life is to reach their full potential. Simple. Like a flower growing to its full potential from
Yeah,
seed to blossom.
Okay,
you need
so
to
but
blossom.
then
You
when
need
blossom,
rules and guidance. Yes or no? You need.
There's loads of rules and guidance, like the wind is the
No,
rule
but
for
we need
the
one
flower,
set.
water and
We
so
need.
on.
You need one set.
Well, you develop these. We've been
But that's what I'm
developed.
saying. We've already got this set.
We developed
That's
these
what I'm trying to say.
rules.
We've already got this guidance,
do-
and we've already been given these rules. But
No,
we need to, as
that's-
humans,
those are books.
as humans, we have
Okay,
free choice,
you're saying-
and we have to choose what route or guidance.
Okay, great.
And
So,
you're the-
hold
you're
on,
the
let
breaking
me
club.
respond
You're
to him.
the- you're
Let me
the-
just respond to him. You're saying that the book is your guidance, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, for the tree, what is its guidance?
There,
believe in one God,
I said a tree.
a tree.
Yes, a tree.
A
What
tree
is its
lives and
guidance?
breathes. A tree in,
What book is its
at the
guidance?
end of the day, God,
thing
God
is-
has his own ways for each of it. God has his own ways for an animal. A plant is alive. It's alive.
I said, what is its guidance?
It gives us oxygen.
Huh?
It gives us oxygen.
I
It takes
said,
carbon
what is the
dioxide
tree's guidance?
to
Part
grow
of nature.
to nature.
It's part of God's land. It's part of God's nature.
Oh, God's land.
It is.
You understand the language of trees, and he told you
Okay,
it's God.
in
You see
regard-
what I'm-
in
you see where I'm
regard-
going,
okay,
innit?
In regards to
You
your,
see where I'm
in
going?
regards to your, what
At
you're
the end
saying,
of the day, it's better
a
than
tree
not-
is
it's
to
not-
grow.
At the end of the day, it's
A tree is to grow.
And
Yeah.
just like you, you're
Wait,
growing,
wait. A tree is to grow.
and you too,
However,
and everything on
I'm
it.
to also grow, but I will die eventually, right?
So
Same
with the
about
tree,
So will the tree, right?
That's
so
life.
the tree's done its purpose.
everything does
That's
its
separate.
purpose.
That's
grow
life.
back again.
It's
We'll grow back.
life.
So will you.
No.
When we're dead, we're dead.
You come in another form.
I only have
How do you know?
I only have
How
one
do you
soul.
know?
Wait.
Where's my granddad?
I only have one soul.
Okay, stop.
But how was my soul
Can
created?
let me answer you before you start jumping to other things where you don't need to get to. Yeah, talking about soul, which is not tangible. Let's say where you go when you die. Yeah, and you will change into something else. You turn into decomposed stuff, which go into the earth.
Okay.
You're not going to disappear into nothing.
Right, okay. Right.
You're not going to disappear
your
into
heart-
nothing.
You're saying,
You'll
okay,
be
well,
consumed
wait, my brother,
by
listen.
this
Let me ask you something, my brother.
You will be.
Did you know
Your
science?
body- your body will.
I come back as something else.
body
Did you know
But not your soul.
science?
Bird
This
shit.
is science. Science have created a human being. They managed to create a human being.
Science created a human being.
A human being.
They
A
did.
human being.
It's
However,
not-
they
okay,
could
okay.
not. They
Let
could
me-
not
let me-
get
I-
that human being
It's
alive.
stop. Let me stop you right there. Science cannot create the human being. It can
They-
they only can make something which looks like a human being.
They
It's a
have
synthetic.
used. They have
It's a-
used.
it's a
They have
synthetic.
used. They have used cells.
It's a clone.
They have used the cells, which are fully functional cells. They are stem cells. They have been used and they have been used to grow. Right? Stem cells. These are stem cells. These are
I'm very
real
versed in
cells.
certain things like that because I know the people who've grown.
Stem cells. If you look at it up, you'll be able to know because they
I've met
differentiate.
the man who's actually started that process. So,
Right.
you know,
They have managed to, right?
Yeah,
However,
it's
they
in
could
Australia
not
now.
they could not bring that whatever they made,
Yeah.
that human being, we call it human being,
Okay,
to come back into life. Right? For the purpose, they couldn't bring it back into life. Why is that?
How do you know that? They might just be telling you that. How do you know that?
They couldn't.
No, but how do you know that?
He
They
doesn't.
might just be
He
telling you that.
goes off a lot of
Come
stuff.
on, bro.
What
Listen,
they told.
are
You
trying to
don't
tell-
know.
Wait. Do you really believe that they're gonna tell you everything that they're doing?
Exactly,
The government
you don't
and people what they're
know,
doing.
man.
You don't know that.
Because it's something that they've created. If of course, if
No,
you
no, no,
if
no.
you created something, of course you're gonna boast
No,
about
no,
it.
they wouldn't.
You're gonna boast about
So
it.
okay, so do you know everything that they're talking about in Area 51?
Sorry.
Do you know about everything they talk about in Area 51? No, you don't. Exactly. So that's my point.
does that happen?
So do you know about all the technology that they bring up before? Do you know about it?
Well, you wouldn't.
Exactly. So
But
what
did
I'm
you know
trying
they've
to
got the children?
so what I'm trying to say is you don't know everything. So how do you know that it hasn't worked? You said that they haven't worked to life. You don't know that.
I know that.
That's what they're telling you.
Because
You know
if
what
they
I mean?
were, if they did bring it to life, it would be all over the world.
No,
Oh,
it wouldn't be
so-
enough.
It'd be all
Why?
over.
Why? Why would it be all over the world? How do you know that?
It's a discovery for them. If they could
No,
create
no,
something
it's not
that
like
comes into
things
life.
don't work like that. Listen, you need to come out of that mindset. They don't tell you everything. It don't work like that.
You're telling me
Why do you
It doesn't work like
you
that.
bring your dog alive.
create
He
something
died.
so big?
Great what?
Like little things that no one thinks about.
Like what? What do you mean?
Where we just talking now.
What do you make it so big? I don't
No, one thing I've noticed there, things that I would not even think on a daily basis.
Yeah, see,
But
you don't think on a daily
why,
basis.
why would you just come and bang it out there? Why would make us think like, what the fuck?
What the brother's trying to say is,
You know what I
saying,
mean?
Yeah.
why would they want to come out and tell everyone about a creation and that, it's being given life? That's what he's trying to say.
Why would they tell you that?
He's saying in that concept,
Do they tell you about extraterrestrials?
yeah,
They do.
they do.
So they come out and told you there's extraterrestrials. The government, you've seen
Oh,
them
not
do
the
that.
government. Of course, the
Oh,
government
right
ain't
then.
gonna say
So-
anything
so
like
who-
that. They're gonna hide
all right then.
everything.
So that's
of
what I'm
course.
saying. There's
I want
those-
about the people, the true people that will actually come out and say,
All right, so-
"Yo, this
exactly.
is what it is."
But
But
what's
the government ain't gonna believe me
Yes.
because of the fact
But this is my
that they
point.
want to hide it.
And this is my point.
Are you familiar with them?
Yeah, there's people out there. There's people out there that say that these clothes that you're talking about are alive, and then there's ones that say no, we haven't done it yet. They didn't come alive. You see what I'm saying?
No, okay, I
That's
understand where
what I
you're
mean.
coming from in that
Yeah.
perspective. Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Of course.
But I respect your opinion. Don't get me wrong. What you said, I respect it.
Yeah.
But for me, I just don't know.
you got no
I'm
one
not
with
that kind
you.
of mod.
Yeah,
I've got my belief.
Why-
You put me in a
yeah, why
situation
are you
where
here?
I'll have to.
You have to check.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing.
Yeah,
And the thing is, and this is the thing. See, when you get into beliefs, it doesn't. So for some reason, I don't know. It doesn't allow people to start going out and research world history and what's going on. Like, see what's going on in the world. Because you believe something, it makes you just stick. To, okay, we know this, and that's that. Anything else doesn't go with my beliefs. So I don't have to read it. But you have to go and read.
For us, it's imperatives that we have to go on our knowledge.
Yeah, you have to.
Everything we live, and even your opinion, I'm still learning something from it.
Yeah, you have to learn. Do you know why? Because it's like this, yeah. There's one question I asked my brother. We know about the Neanderthals, yeah? You know about Neanderthals. So, did they get given the Quran?
Transform.
See what I'm saying? Why
Because
not?
the Quran came when the
There you go, the word
Prophet
any
Islam
job.
was-
Okay, so did they have a prophet?
Lord of transformation.
The Neanderthals.
It's kinetic.
Because we believe, we have to believe.
If I push you,
From Adam, right? Adam, he's beyond him. He was the first.
I'm just saying.
And you believe
When
he
you
came
say
from him?
being reincarnated and that,
How
I
else
just
we
don't
get
have an
bring
enough.
Okay, so Adam. So let me ask you a question. So Adam and
Yeah, but I
who?
just don't
Eve.
see that.
It's who we
Yeah, that's
came
my
from.
opinion. I just don't.
Everybody on
see
earth.
it.
That's
It's
what
a
you
fair play
believe,
for
right?
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
I think that
Okay,
we
so then-
belong.
so
We
that's a
be
belief.
put for the purpose we worship God. We're from this like in this world, and we're going to return back to Him. Okay, and we're going to be judged on our things that we have done from the moment we were birth, from born to the day I died. No, I just believe that because that's my religion. What the Quran says to me, I believe what He says in that.
they're gonna
So
have
there's
more
certain parts of
But you're gonna
the
say,
Sharia
okay, so
law
we should have
is
the
going
same
to happen. I know, you know, I have to believe it in some form. Even if I don't like it, I have to believe that it might happen. Because I believe other things. And you know, because if in the Quran, if there's other things I believe in, I have to believe what it's about the Sharia.
Why do you have to? You said you have to. Why do you have to believe?
No, because I chose that. That's my belief. No, I'm not saying what you believe. I don't believe in that. Maybe certain things I do, but not everything. But in my book, I believe in everything in that. So if you just say something, Sharia is going to take over. Yes, I think it will take over. I might not like it, but it's the same as if a Christian.
No. Give an example.
I might not like it, but I just got to sit back and get on with it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's written in my Quran that it's going to happen, then I believe in my Quran it's going to happen. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy what's coming. That's the best answer I could give you.
Do you know that with that reasoning, I can say I believe in the Batman comic book.
Yeah.
And whatever is in the comic book, because I believe in it.
But majority won't believe in the comic.
Come back and
It's a comic, you know. Yeah.
But when I start, people are going to ask me, why
It's like this. Yeah, I said a few weeks before Donald Trump became president, I said the only Batman could come and save us. We've got a billionaire, but a gangster. Yeah, and you know, we've got a Joker as well. Yeah, and we've got the only Batman come and save us.
Elon Musk.
You know what I mean? But I'm just honestly saying, I believe in the Quran, and if it says that Allah the Sharia will happen, it will happen, and I will sit back and just enjoy the ride.
But the thing is,
exactly.
you said that you go along with something that you don't agree with.
Would you ridicule that?
No, I do. Sorry. No. A lot of people might not believe in the Sharia law.
I know,
You
but
what I mean?
why did you go along with something you don't believe in?
I don't know if it exists.
Oh,
I've
don't
never
like.
seen it. Yeah, I've never seen it, so I know. I only know. As a Muslim, I just follow my 5 pillars of Islam. I pray, you know what I mean? I just follow my 5 pillars and try to be good. That's all I need. I don't go in there to cause or to dance someone and say my religion.
You seem like you seem like you have good intentions.
Yeah, because that's the way I've been brought up. You know, it all depends on an individual, how they've been brought up and who they hang around with. You know, to be a good person.
In Italy, you would have been a Christian.
No, I don't know. If I was yeah, but if I was
Go in the Vatican, can be the Pope.
maybe. But my destiny was to be a Muslim. Yours was a Christian, whatever you
I
are.
was born in a country that was Muslim.
Yeah. No, I understand. So you came here. Yeah, you came here. So you see. But you know, like I was saying, like, say for the Christianity, in your book it said something. I'm not saying you're Christian, but saying the Christianity, he said something that, you know, the Christian law says the Christian have the Sharia law, and it's going to happen. And if I was a Muslim living in a Christian country like England, and that Christianity law was coming in, I can't do nothing about it. I've got to enjoy it. Sit back and lay out. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Do you understand? It's just one of them things.
That's all fine. Like, you know what? When you say that, I have no problem with you, bro. That's brilliant. But the only problem is when I have a problem with, you know, certain religious people is when they say like, bro, your belief is wrong. You know what I'm saying? You believe Hinduism is wrong. My belief is right, and therefore
I've had friends.
You really and truly people just got belief.
I've had friends from I've had friends from secondary school, maybe 10 good friends. Went to college, went to university, nothing changed. Now I don't talk to them because they're Muslim. They were like me before, but they've taken a little this track, and that's where I think I'm not going that way. I know that's the way. That's the way how I'm speaking to you now. That's how we are normally. But there is a few that just go that way a bit. You know what I mean? There are a few, but it does not represent all of us. It doesn't represent my cousin here or these three here. You know what I mean? There could be 2, 4, there could be about 10 people here on Radicalization. But there's about 200 of us, which not. We just go with the flow, we enjoy our life, we work, we come home, we do our 5 prayers, and that's what we like. That's how life is.
But what is that? I don't.
But a lot of people just
We don't see radical Hindus though. Radical Sikhs.
Radical.
Alright.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like radical Sikh.
And they got big knives.
Left man at home, innit? Left man at home.
I'm saying, I'm trying to say, when it comes to being radicalized, you can only be radicalized with something that has elements.
It's radical.
That is radical. To me, because if someone goes to Sikhism or Hinduism and they come out like, people are gonna be like, where the hell did you get that from?
Do you really think
Like where but then they do Islam, you're like, where did you get that from? You must have got it from somewhere.
How many Muslims do you see going out there causing that kind of shit? That since you've been born and you know about
Listen,
it.
last week one of those Muslims said they wanted to physically lash out at me.
Alright, I came to you, but I thought too, but I want to beef with you. I don't mean that I want to beef with you. You know what I mean? It's the same thing.
I can take his spirit.
No, but he had to come and like really?
The thing is,
was going to like, and I was backing up like, all right. And I was like, what the hell?
Point in case,
But that was just the one out of
Point
one.
in case, yeah. A lot of Muslims convert because they see atrocities happening in Islamic countries like bombings and attacks and stuff like that. But like for instance, in it was in Kandahar, the Golden Temple, when they had the Sikhs attack there and they were fighting and stuff like that.
Amongst themselves. It's a political beef.
It was a political beef. I mean, it happened, but after that, it weren't like people.
They calmed down, innit?
It weren't extreme afterwards, you know, it was still going on like.
They're gonna go to France.
Jihad and stuff.
You know, I'll be honest with you, with India, that's third world problems, and that's a different matter. What we're in, we should be grateful. We're in a country where we don't have that
But
bullshit.
the problem, the minority, when they came here, they're gonna influence a lot of people. That's the mentality.
It's our own
They
people.
do influence a lot of people.
You know, it's our own people in the UK, in America, are radicalising our own people. It's not people coming into the country doing it. It's people like general friends, like the 7 or 8 of us, and out of the 8 of you, 3 of them become like going that way, and the rest of the 5 of us like we don't see that person. It's happened. You know, I've got friends that happened like that, and you know, I don't talk to them.
And I find it's younger ones.
I really appreciate what you're really saying right here
Yeah.
because it's you
Refreshing.
hardly hear it. Exactly, it's refreshing.
It's refreshing.
I feel that a lot of Muslims should actually come out to Speaker's Corner and talk about issues like that rather than debating unnecessary topic about was Jesus God,
Point.
Trinity, where was Moses born?
Pointless.
It's pointless, bro.
This is real insight. You're giving true insight.
It's keeping, you know, it's like this is real. The other thing what they talk about, yeah, okay, fine, that's just we've got. You want to talk about present, what's going on, how we should be, and how to get together, work in hand with it. And that's the way I look at it.
I think what you get from this conversation is that we're learning something, as opposed to trying to conflict with something.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's what I find.
You know, we are spreading the whole world will be Islam.
There's no need for that kind of
I
talk.
find that a lot
He's
of
still speaking about that.
Yeah, right.